It was Greg and I's relationship. We would usually kind of just meet up one-on-one and like work out together, or for this instance, we were training for a marathon, and I was in high school actually, and I was very interested in having a mentor in my life before I went to college. So I asked Greg and kind of brought it up to his attention that I would love to be mentored by him. Eventually that would evolve into a small group.
And there's nothing for me at church, and just to hear that we're going to do life together and read the Bible together with a group of guys, I said, yeah, I'm all in. So
I know that I really wanted to get more involved in small groups because I was missing community. I was missing that intimate piece where I could learn better with other individuals.
I didn't really know the guys who started it, and they just called me up one night and they said they were going to meet and study the Bible, and I said, sure.
The time commitment thing was one of those things where it kind of just gradually grew on me because I wanted to be here with these guys. So it was very simple after a few months that I knew that I wanted to commit.
Once we all got the feeling that we all wanted to be there, it made it a lot easier to say, yeah, it's every Thursday night, I'm going to be there because I want to be there.
I mean, it's so far back, but the commitment was there. It wasn't that difficult for me because I had nothing else to do with my time.
I'd say it wasn't, it was maybe about a year and a half, maybe like 16, 17 months then, and I still remember the exact day it happened. There was a big shift in the group, and this one individual, he said he just broke down, and he shared with us what was going on in his life. I think in that night, it kind of hit all of us, in a sense that this could be a place where we are vulnerable, and we've laughed a lot, we've never cried a lot together, and I feel like that night it shifted in our group.
And it's not going to come like right away too, so it just has to naturally happen, so.
It was for me spending time with one person, or maybe going to lunch with them, or just sitting down.
To be open in a small group is very, it could be a challenge in the beginning. The more genuineness that I saw from the group every time I went to go hang out with you guys and get more into the Bible helped propel me to become even more open than I already was.
Yeah, I think for me the biggest impact is that I have a group of guys that I can always go back to and rely on any time in life, that hey, I'm feeling down right now, I need you guys to help me, pick me up, and things like that, or like I'm so happy right now and I want to share with you guys and things like that, or like hey, I found out something new, let's go and enjoy it together, things like that, that just a group of guys that I can just kind of get together and hey, let's go and do something new, or bounce stuff, like things.
I mean, at the core, I think the gospel is about relationship, but just to see that we all are kind of intertwining with one another in a relationship, I think that definitely brings glory to God, and it's just overwhelming and makes me happy.
Another thing is about the small group that kind of like impacted our lives was just how we can see the growth in every single one of us throughout the years. It was just mind blowing.
One, the small group leader. I felt like growing up my whole life, like people always told me what the Bible said. The impact was from Greg, where he allowed us to discover on our own, and I was actually learning for myself.
You don't have to feel forced to. Kind of just lean on it, go in when you're comfortable, and just take a chance, and it's not going to hurt, because we're not here to judge, we're here to walk through life together.
When you don't know anybody, it's a lot easier to not go. One of my biggest fears was I felt like I had too much baggage coming in, like, oh, I don't know anything about the Bible. I've never studied the Bible before. They're probably going to think I'm stupid. I don't think I have good things to say. I'm not insightful. I'll probably guarantee you that you're not alone, especially in that group. 2 or 3 people in that group are probably going to have the same exact feeling that you have. So don't worry.
They were there for me during my tough times, and they're still here for me now during the good times. And I hope that it continues forward into the future, because you know, I wouldn't have passed up this moment to be in the small group with these guys for just about anything.
Like, we all have our own personalities, but our group actually had like a spirit, and that spirit was up and down sometimes, but you know, God cultivated it, and you see what God can do. He starts off with a little plant, and then actually a seed, and that plant kind of grows into a tree, and we kind of just branch out, and then we can keep cultivating. So it's pretty sweet.
Matt, you know, the group was a living entity, you know. It was growing, and you know, like Matt said, you know, it was growing, it was nurturing, and you know, it's something I would never regret joining, and I won't ever hesitate again to say, yeah, let's do it.